Hi guys and ghouls. So it is Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I'm back at uni this week just for 1 week and then I'm finished forever. Well, I'm finished going into uni forever, then I still have to hand in my dissertation and stuff. But I'm going to take you on a bit of a hair journey today. So I've washed my hair this morning just because I'm planning to dye it with henna later and it needs to be on a clean base. But I washed it this morning, so this is the first step of my experiment. I am going to be heading over to uni. I'm just going to let this air dry. I'm not going to bother trying to straighten this or anything. I'm just going to leave it be, let it dry. Normally I would like blow dry my hair and add oils to it and straighten it. But on the instructions for the henna it says just to clean it and like get rid of oils. So I'm not going to add anything else in. And I'm not going to bother straightening it because frankly I have to leave in 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm just driving home from uni now. I have been... Off you go, Mr. Bicycle. I have been at uni today. It is now 4:30 and I'm driving home. The clip you would have saw this morning was me just before I went to uni. I washed my hair. I have been dyeing my hair with box dyes for 6 years now. And the kind of thing I do with box dyes is I will leave my hair for as long as possible without washing it. So after I use a box dye, I will leave my hair for anywhere up to around 2 weeks before washing it, just to get those natural oils back in and make sure my hair stays shiny and happy and healthy. Why is this bus trying to squeeze through this tiny space? Thank you, Mr. Bus. So yeah, usually I leave it for a couple of weeks before I wash it, after I dye it. And again, if it ever feels a bit like dead from artificial dye, or like I use permanent dye, then I will leave my hair to get a little bit more greasy. I know it looks gross, but it's like what I do to keep my hair healthy. I'm a massive, like, I get so subconscious of my hair getting dry and gross, and I like it to look shiny and just be healthy. So yeah, I was planning to dye my hair after like a week of not washing it with henna, because that's what I usually do with a box dye. But I looked on Lush's website because I bought the Lush henna hair dye in the shade Rouge. And on Lush it says to dye it on dry, clean hair. So that's why I kind of washed my hair this morning, and you have that like random clip at the minute, like beginning of the video. But yeah, I thought I'd come and explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. So basically I'm going to be dyeing my hair with henna today. As a kind of background story, I started dyeing my hair when I was 16. I used to dye it blue and green and purple and pink and every colour under the sun. I then started looking for jobs and basically couldn't get a job because my hair was so colourful. When you're 16 looking for a Saturday job in a shop, especially where I live, coloured hair was a no-go. I mean, we are talking like 6 years ago. So excuse me. So I dyed it black, and then basically I hated it because I am naturally a very light blonde. So as soon as one tiny little bit of root showed, I looked bald, which is still the case today, really, to be fair. And I started dyeing my roots red. I will insert a picture like over here somewhere. But basically I kept dyeing my hair red until eventually my roots grew out, and the ends of my hair faded to a point where I could dye it red. It took me about a year, but without bleaching I was able to fully transform from having black hair to red hair. I have bleached a couple of strips of my hair before and it left my hair so damaged. I'm not sure if it's because of the bleach I used, but yeah, I hated it. I vowed never to bleach my hair again, well, myself. I've only been to a hairdresser once in my life and they messed up my hair completely. So I have an irrational fear of hairdressers, so I have to do everything from home. Well, I don't have to, I choose to do everything from home. and bleaching is something which, if I ever did decide to bleach my hair, I would go to a hairdresser for. So yeah, basically I've had red hair for 4.5, nearly 5 years, and I've loved having red hair. It's definitely become part of me. In October I had an identity crisis and I decided to do it orange, so I just did the same kind of method, just dyeing my roots orange, and then like once the ends started to fade, dyeing those orange, and I pretty much nearly got to all orange. I was nearly there. The thing was, the orange just wasn't holding in my hair, and I was having to like box dye my hair every 2 to 3 weeks, which, as you can imagine, is super damaging. The red I only have to do every 4 to 5 weeks, so the orange was just really hard to maintain compared to the red. So I went back red, which ultimately I felt was the right decision because my nails matched my hair and everything was back right. I dyed it just before London Edge, so that would have been in the end of January. Since January I have had red hair until about a month ago. If any of you are not aware, I am at university doing a teaching degree, and I have just finished, well, I'm in my last week, just got uni for another 3 days and then I'm done, other than handing in my dissertation, which is going to be fun. So basically I've been looking for jobs, and there's never been one school that's told me I can't have red hair. Like, please don't take it that way. Never have I been told I cannot be a professional teacher with red hair, but it is something which has been like niggling on my mind. When it comes to teaching, I take out all my piercings, I make sure I look super professional, and the only thing that I can't really change, and that I think sometimes lets me down, is the fact I have like majorly bright hair. So I was looking around a school that I really liked. So the day before I decided I was going to dye it brown, I went to Boots and bought a box dye for the colour mahogany with, well, it said with henna, but it's basically like fake henna is what we'll call it. And I dyed it brown, well, mahogany. I was ready to be a luxurious brunette at the time. Washed my hair out and my hair had gone bright orange. So I'd spent like months trying to get orange hair, damaging my hair in order to try, like, because I was having to dye it so much. And I tried this one mahogany coloured shade and it turned my hair orange. And I was like, seriously? Could have just done that in the first place. I loved this henna element of the hair dye, because it meant like whatever angle I was in, my hair looked a different colour. It was like oranges, there was browns, there was reds, there was golds. I actually just really liked it. I thought it worked really nicely. That sun is bright. And then unfortunately it started to grow out. Then I had a proper interview and I was like, yo, this actually isn't brown. I wanted brown hair for my interview, so I bought a colour called light brown. It was by the same brand as the orange that I had been using in October, and like, bear in mind, this orange had been coming out of my hair quite quickly. It really didn't stick very well. It definitely was much more of like a semi-permanent dye. I mean, it was boxed as a permanent dye, but I felt like for me it was definitely more semi-permanent. So I put this kind of light brown on, which you may still be able to see kind of bits of on my hair, and it made my hair just like a dark red. Basically, it definitely wasn't the outcome that I was looking for, but I just felt like just toning it down a few notches from that super bright red just made me feel better. And ultimately, like, you got to feel good about like yourself during an interview, don't you? So yeah, I had my interview. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, which is sad, and I've already cried about it, so we don't need to talk about it. But I didn't get my interview, but it just means that I'm still looking. I'll be looking from kind of now up until June, July time. So yeah, like, I don't know how long this hair journey is going to go. Basically, for my interview, I want to have relatively natural hair. I'm saying that like in like natural like this because I still don't want to lose myself. I still want like somewhat reddy orange hair. Pardon me. But if that means I can get like closer to ginger, like a natural ginger, that would be perfect. However, I don't think I'm going to get there yet. But basically that's why I've been on this bit of like a hair journey, and as you can imagine, all this hair dyeing has really started to dry out my hair. My hair is definitely not damaged to the point where it can't be fixed yet, so I thought I'd find a solution before it gets to that point. which is why I started to look into natural dyes. And then I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I absolutely really loved that mahogany dye that I bought that had like the fake henna in. I loved the kind of shifting colours that it created in my hair, even though that only kind of lasted for 2 to 3 weeks. But I absolutely loved that. I felt like it actually suited me as well, where I find a lot of colours just don't suit me. I spent a bit of time looking at natural henna. I knew that Lush had some, like I know that Lush has been stocking it since, it's got to be at least like 10 years now. I know that Lush has been stocking it. Definitely something I haven't really thought about before, because I thought they only sold browns. And ultimately I did I did originally go to look at their site, because I was like, I'm gonna buy some brown henna, and kind of see if I can get this red browner, because as I said, I'm still looking at schools. Then I failed basically, and I bought the rouge, because the redhead inside of me just cannot contain herself. So I bought it in rouge. The pictures kind of came out as a really nice coppery kind of colour, although some people came out a bright red. So I actually have no idea how this is going to come out. This is a new for me, which is why I thought I'd bring you along. But it's just going to allow me to use a natural dye, which hopefully won't damage my hair any further. It also can just be used as almost like a hair mask, in the fact that like it's super nourishing for your hair, super conditioning. So even if like the colour doesn't really come out, because I know my hair is like super processed already, even if no colour comes out, at least it will be like a nice kind of hydration for my hair. But hopefully I'll end up with an almost like reddy kind of coppery shimmer to my hair. That's the aim. But as I said, I have no idea. All the pictures I've seen have been like people with either blonde hair or brown hair, but no one with like already red hair. So we'll see. Like hopefully it won't kind of take me all the way back to square one. Now, one reason I thought I'd make this video is just because every video I've watched so many henna videos, just because I've been doing so much research, has been for people who have had previously like virgin hair basically, and I haven't really found anyone who had like pre-dyed hair and then used henna. So that's why I thought I'd make this video, just so we can see what happens. Hopefully it'll be good. But I don't know, maybe it won't take, maybe there'll be a reaction, maybe it'll come out purple, who even knows, not me. But at this point I'm like willing to try it. I want to try something natural, I want to try something new. I also love the fact that it's cruelty free. I have slowly been trying to transform all of my beauty products over to cruelty free, and something that was really playing on my conscience was the fact that my current like red hair dye, which I will forever love, that red hair dye, it will forever be my favourite, but the only like downfall was it was not cruelty free. So if like fingers crossed this does come out like a really, well not fingers crossed, but like if it does come out a really bright red, fingers crossed in the fact it will like then give me an alternative to my usual red hair dye. But like on the flip side, that will then mean it didn't really solve my whole job interview issue. Basically I have no idea what's going on. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm like really chill. I know that this isn't really gonna damage my hair, hopefully, she says, because it is all natural. Some people have warned me against the fact that like once I dye my hair with henna, I can't use box dyes anymore. Some people have said I have to wait until it's like fully grown out. I did do a lot of research into this, because I'm like, ultimately if it doesn't go bright red, I will be dyeing my hair back bright red as soon as I have a job, because once I've got the job it doesn't really matter. And basically I cross-referenced loads of sources, and they have basically just said like once the henna has faded, which takes like 4 to 6 weeks, like for it to fade enough, then it is like okay to use box dyes. So it is a permanent hair dye, but I don't think it's going to be so permanent that I'll never be able to dye my hair again. Right, this idiot's just driven across the road. So yeah, I'm just literally rolling up to my house now, so I'm going to go in, get the henna, unbox it, cut it into little squares, melt it, and then yeah, hopefully this process will be okay. I am planning, right, everyone's parked very close. I am planning to dye my hair outside. It's 5 o'clock at the moment, so yeah, hopefully this done will stay up long enough for me to dye my hair outside, because I have heard that it is a super messy problem, and since this is a fully natural hair dye, wouldn't it be fantastic if I could dye it in nature? Wow, that's a state. Okay, so I've just changed into like leggings and an old t-shirt, and I opened it up. This was like the box it came in with those of these worm things. And yeah, so this is how it looks. As you can see, it says henna hair colour, rouge up your hair with fiery red hues and soft glossy locks. And then it just has various things up the sides about natural hair, how it's like different for each one, safe and good for your hair, and you can like henna it as much as you like. So if you wanted to like henna it today and henna it tomorrow and henna it the next day, you can. Unlike box dyes or bleaches where you kind of need to wait a little bit. So there's more kind of stuff inside which kind of tells you about strand tests, which of course I'm going to ignore. May come to regret that. And then this is what the hair dye looks like. So it comes like a block of chocolate, and actually they really kindly gave me some instructions. So like you heat it up, mix it up, turns into that, put it on your hair, put cling film on. So that's the deal. Basically what I'm doing at the moment is charging up my camera battery. I need to get my memory card out because I'm planning to film the actual kind of hair dyeing bit on my camera. So yeah, that is the plan. I'm just gonna go get a shot outside just so I can document what my hair looks like currently, kind of like this. So I'm gonna get like a before and after shot. You can see the brown a lot more in it. That's the plan. Okay, then I'll start melting the henna and I'll be ready to go. Okay. And I'm just gonna put the kettle on to boil while I'm taking some pictures of my hair outside. Cool, so I've got the henna now. I've just literally been taking clips of my hair. So what I'm gonna do, I've got this glass bowl. I'm just gonna cut it. I'm not sure. Okay, so cut like quite, I don't know how big to cut it. Because some things just said like just do it in the little square. Some people said like the smaller the better. I think I'll just do it like that, and then I've got kind of like little blocks. But basically like we kind of wanna melt it all anyway. So if I can get it in, I mean, there's no way I can break that by myself. So I guess just cut bits off and then it'll be easier. Then it'll be easier for me to boil it. I'm also not sure how much I'm gonna need. It looks like the consistency ends up being quite thick, so I think I'll probably need quite a lot, to be honest, to cover my hair. Okay, I'm just curious to see if it'll work with a cheese grater. Oh my god, yes! So I 100% did not need to boil the kettle. Well, I do need to do it now, but back like 20 minutes ago. It took me about 20 minutes to cut all this up. I used a mixture between a cheese grater and this sharp knife. It didn't leave any staining or anything, but there were a few bits, I can still see a few there, that when they like got wet, they kind of made my hand go a bit of a funny colour. So I've got some hair dyeing gloves, so I'm going to start melting this now. So I've got hot water in the pan, and then I'm just going to add a little bit in there. Doesn't see how much I need, so we'll just play it by ear. Hi. Basically, I'm going to take my earrings out. I mixed it, and it got kind of quite thin, and then it started to thicken up again. It doesn't say how much water to add, so I just made it so that it's like spreadable. But basically, everything said the hotter it is, the better it will like colour. So I had it boiling for a while. I've left it in the boiling water. So I'm just going to start putting it on now. Stank out my kitchen so much. Probably cooking it for about 5 to 10 minutes. But I'm glad I have these gloves, because as you can see, like, I feel like it's gonna stain. And I mean, okay, I thought it may be too hot to touch, but it's just warm, so that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna start at my roots and work down. So before I start shoving it all over me, hopefully that's alright. I don't have a mirror, so this is gonna be fun. But let's go. Ooh, feels really like thick. Quite nice that it's warm actually. My hair dye is not normally warm. Now the thing that I'm unsure about with it, I was meant to put Vaseline on my head. Let me just rub that in. And then I'm going to go put Vaseline on, because I don't want a red head. Well, I want a red head, but I don't want a red head. Be right back. Okay, so I could only find like this Vaseline, so hopefully that's okay. Just put it all here. Love that. Love that I just got some on my forehead. Put it all here. You can actually buy Vaseline from Lush to do this, but I didn't, so cool. Right, attempt number 2. Hopefully this hasn't cooled down too much. Ooh, it's like a different colour. People had like really different ways of applying it. Like some people just smushed it on, and some people did like very tiny sections and then clipped them. But I think I'm just gonna do this like how I dye my hair normally, which is like cover the top of my hair, so like the bit that you'll see, and then like section it off. But I'm gonna do my fringe. I'm a bit confused why we have to do like the front first, because I mean like the top first, because with normal hair dyes I am led to believe that that was really hot. With normal hair dyes I'm led to believe that because of the heat of your hair, I mean the heat of your scalp, you shouldn't put it on your scalp first, just because it gets like, it develops quicker. So I'm unsure as to why the instructions told me to do the top first. I mean, I do the top first anyway when I dye my hair, but I don't know. Me sounding like I'm a professional hair care person. This does kind of go everywhere, so I'm glad I'm doing it outside. I can see what people mean. It is super messy. I definitely feel like with this, it's not... So when I use some hair dyes, like my red one, that is not gonna work. When I use some hair dyes, like my red hair dye, it like soaks into like every bit of hair. So just put like a little bit on and it would like soak in. I know that like one of the tutorials I read said like you need to like massage it to like coat all the individual hairs. This is very much like the kind of thicker orange one I was using, because I know the thick orange one, it like it didn't like soak in, so it only dyed like the specific bits of hairs that it touched, if that makes sense. So I think this is going to be very similar to that, but already I can tell like not all my hair strands are going to be covered in this. I'm going to do this side first and then back over to the other side. I think it's going to be quite hard to get my roots. Just like smosh it onto my head. I'm sure this is how the professionals do it. I can definitely feel it's still really hot. It must like hold its heat in there or something. I mean, it is still in the boiling water, but it's not going to be boiling now. Look at this glove, it's just not staying on. I feel like if you have like rubber gloves, this would work a lot easier. Definitely a weird thing. It feels like just putting like mud on your hair, kind of. I did brush my hair prior to this as well, just in case you were wondering. Hot. Warning. Boiling. I have like too much in my hand. This is definitely like an art. I feel like you definitely have to perfect this art. Oh great, just giving myself a contour. That's the other thing with hair dye, I'm so messy. I'm really hoping, I did watch this one girl who was like, oh, I didn't put Vaseline on, I just like rubbed it off afterwards, like straight after she just washed her face. So I'm hoping I can do that, because right now I've got a load on my face. My dad's staring at me. My dad's proper staring at me, shaking his head. Does not understand beauty. What we do to have red locks, or hopefully orange, or hopefully just something that's not this. I'm also going to apologise beforehand of like the fact I'm just going to slowly turn into an egg. Hopefully you can see here what I mean, like some of it's coated and then the stuff in the middle doesn't. I think that is down to like me doing too big a chunks, but also like the way I'm thinking of this is it's not like I'm dyeing it like a new colour, in the fact like if I was blonde dyeing, well yeah, if I was like blonde dyeing it like black, you'd want to make sure that you had like all the little strands, otherwise it will look really weird. But like if this is kind of patchy, I think it will be fine. Okay, this feels really heavy now. Definitely got like cold as well, as in like the stuff on my head. The stuff in the bowl, definitely not cold. But let's see. Oh, my phone just died. I was gonna watch, I saw that Heavy Metal Mama put up a new video. I was gonna watch it, but my phone died. Standard me. Ooh, this is probably a better technique. I'm doing it over the bowl, so if any hot. Don't be fooled. This stuff stays super hot. This glove is so annoying.
Do the back of it, Elizabeth.
Put in?
Are you going to do the back?
Just like always. Just feel it.
Won't it mess up your jumper top?
The hair dyeing top. Definitely glad I've done the whole box, I can tell you that right now. As in like the whole block, because like I'm starting to run out. I mean, I have dropped half of it down me, which, you know. Okay, so I've done like the majority of my hair, and honestly there's like hardly much left in here. So what I think I'm gonna do, because it says to like massage it through, it's so heavy. I feel like I'm wearing like a towel on my head, like no kidding. I'm just gonna like look, like can you see this bit? Definitely is not okay. So I'm just gonna add like bits like that through. I wanted to kind of get it all down and like massage it, but like all I can describe it as is like if you put wet mud on your hair, which effectively I think this is, and then it like dries and you end up with like dreadlocks. That's kind of how I would describe this. Have to admit, like this isn't, see, look at that, I like pull it apart and my normal hair's in there. Come on now, that definitely I guess was too big of a chunk. This is definitely like a lot of effort. Like I don't know if I would want to have done like do this every time I dye my hair, but this is meant to last for a lot longer than like a normal hair dye would, so like you do have that benefit. So I guess like doing this every month and a half isn't as bad, but like definitely like look at that, got my normal hair in there. And unfortunately I'm running out at this point, so I guess like what you'd have to do is like, I guess that's why you put loads of different, you know, like different ones on, if that makes sense. Like you do it and then you like come back and do it a bit more later. But it's definitely like drying now. My hair's like gone solid, which is hilarious. I don't know how well really I can massage this because it's just kind of dry. That makes sense. I guess my hair is a lot thicker and longer than all the other videos I watched. Like I genuinely thought that like 1 bar would be enough. But I guess for a first try it's probably, you know, fine. Like see how solid my hair has gone. So I'm just gonna make sure that my roots are all covered at the top. Like there's really nothing much left in this bowl. Just get my roots. As I said, I'm gonna just clean off my forehead after this. Squish it all on there. Squish this all on there. Then I'm just gonna get the last bits like off the spoon. Again, not like me pretending I'm a profesh. Just like massage them randomly in. I guess that's kind of what I do anyway, like when I'm doing normal hair dye. This is what the bowl looks like. You can see it's pretty much empty. Really hope that hasn't stained my face, because I did not put Vaseline down that far. The girl in the video made it look really easy. She was just like, oh, just take cling film and wrap it around your head. I guess that was quite easy. Bring it over my ears. Over the top. Ta-da! Basically, the point of the cling film now is because I'm going to leave this on my head. What am I doing? I'm going to, oh, I've got it all down my back. I'm going to leave this on my head now for like 2 to 3 hours, which honestly is how long I keep my box dyes on, although the box dyes say you only need to keep them on for like 30 minutes. But I'm going to leave this on, like, say it's probably about 6:30 now, so I'm going to leave this on till about 8:30, and then I'm going to wash it out. I'll straighten it, and then I'll probably get like, I'll keep you updated, but I'll probably get like clips maybe tomorrow of how it looks, just because it does take 24 hours to like fully settle, but I'm just gonna keep you updated. But I'll come and get like proper clips outside again tomorrow, just because the sun has nearly gone. Come back, sun. And as you can see, it's getting quite cold. But yeah, this is gonna keep it nice and warm. Hopefully when I go inside it will stay nice and warm. I may put like a little bit of a hairdryer on there kind of stitch. But yeah, everything else in this bowl has kind of dried now. So I think I'm gonna go get the washing up bowl, bring it out here and clean this all out here. And yeah, I'm gonna go wash this. I'm gonna wash off my face first. That's what I'm gonna do actually. First I'm gonna enjoy some tea. Okay, so it looks like it hasn't stained my face too bad. I'm just using like a wet tea towel thing, not a tea towel, like a tissue, like a kitchen roll. But I will go over it again with a baby wipe, like a makeup wipe, in a bit. But to be honest, it seems like the worst of it is off. So that was my main concern. I just didn't want to go like to school tomorrow with an orange head, but it seems like it's come off fine. So success. Not so much success with my hand, because my hand, I think I left too long because it has turned orange. But at least we know it's orange. That's something. Update, it all came off my hands. Well, pretty much all of it has come off my hands now that I've done the washing up, which is good. Update, I'm now on my phone, if you can't tell. Basically, as you know, I wrapped it in cling film. I came up, got some makeup wipes because I'd like literally forgot to clean this side of my face, so I cleaned most of it off. I've got some in my plug, which is a bit annoying because I've got like an engraved design, so so I definitely recommend like if you have any jewelry that's got like kind of engravings in it, then to take it out beforehand, but we live and learn. When I took it out of my eyebrow, it's really not showing up too well. I wonder if I put that light on. No, it's not showing up too well. But basically, like this part of my eyebrow, I've got like fair eyebrows anyway, but this part of my eyebrow has been dyed kind of orange, which, loving it. I normally put like an orange, like orangey, reddy kind of eyeshadow in there anyway, so I don't really care. But yeah, as for my skin, it's not really been stained. I do keep finding like dry bits, if that makes sense, like on my neck. What I did was I took off my I've put my pajamas on now, but I took off my leggings and I just like put them in the wash, and I thought I changed my top just because I had loads of like bits of dye on it, but as I was taking it off I realized it would probably work as another layer. Basically henna gets more vibrant the more warm it is, so I figured if I put an extra layer on, I've just been like blasting it with the hairdryer. I figured that hopefully it'll get a bit warmer. But yeah, sporting this fantastic hat at the moment. It's been about half an hour. I've just been waiting for my phone battery to come back on. Like, feels really cold, and it feels kind of like hard. Like, it literally feels like I got like a clay hat on, and kind of cold. But then, like, I don't know if it's just sort of like cold because maybe it's like a wet feeling where my scalp is warming up. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm gonna tidy my room, have dinner, and then I'll probably wash out in about 2 hours time. Okay, so I've been out. I'm back again with this thing on my head. It's been about 3 to 4 hours now. I'm gonna go and sort this out now. The only thing that has been somewhat annoying is like at the back of my neck I had like little hairs escaping, and like they had like little dangleberries on them. So I was like picking at those, like just at the back. It's like they're kind of fun to pick, but I ended up like picking out a few baby hairs. So I did end up like pulling a few baby hairs, which was annoying, but they won't really be missed. So I'm gonna wash it out now. We do actually have a shower downstairs, which is really weird. But I've got some of this left. I don't know why I'm still wearing my gloves. I've got some of this conditioner left from like a hair dye I had before, so I thought I'd use that because like hair dye conditioner is always really nice. And we've got like a shower in our sitting room, which I know is just so weird. But I'm just going to close the curtains in case there's any walkers on the public footpaths. So yeah, I'm going to wash it down here. This is like my hair dye, like, well, this is where I wash my hair after I just dyed it, because it's not like a really posh shower. Like our other shower cost a lot of money, whereas this one's like a bit more cash, so it doesn't really matter if it gets stained. And I think this is going to be so hard to wash out. It's like gone rock solid. I'll get a clip in a minute. I'm just going to sort everything out, but like my shampoo and conditioner in there and things, and put a towel down. And then I'll show you what it looks like without my t-shirt turban. Okay, so this is how it's looking with the cling foil. I'm not digging how that looks a bit green, but hopefully, do you know what? I'm gonna take my jumper and my top off first before I start exposing that. Hi, welcome to my shower. Okay. Literally feels like I'm wearing a hat. Not down with how green it's made the cling film. I really hope I don't have green hair. I guess it's more like brown. Browny green. Anyway, just gonna put that up there. This is how it looks. Still quite wet. Crazy how much you can see my roots though, like, I don't know why my roots have done that. So strange. But yeah, bear in mind my roots were blonde, so let's just wash this off. As you can see, it's like rock solid. Hello. This is a fantastic look. Okay, so I just got out of the shower. I wanted to show you like this kind of grit literally everywhere. Just remember this grit in a minute when I tell you about my hair washing story. Okay, so I like literally chucked my pajamas back on straight away because it was like so cold. Right. So from first impressions, come into my lair. From first impression, this is kind of how it looks when it's wet. So like, it's definitely gone to my root, so that's something. But like that root is kind of a browny orange colour, which if it is perfectly fine. So that's how it looks while it's wet. While I was washing it, these ends do have, like, I could see red in them, but I definitely feel like this is going to be a more natural red, which I'm kind of stoked about for the whole job interview situation. I got in and as you saw, it was like a clay hat, and then trying to get this out of my hair took so long. It took me like 10 minutes just to kind of get it out, and I had to use a hella ton. Well, I first was just using water, but it just like wasn't coming out, so I was using loads of shampoo, and then obviously I used, yeah, it did definitely get my roots. It's just, I think it's just like the kind of coloury changey thing of henna. Then I used shampoo and conditioner and it seemed to come out okay, but now that I've kind of put it like up to dry, it almost does feel kind of dry, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten it, oh, I'm going to hair dry it, and straighten it and brush it and like do my usual routine and like just see how it looks. I don't know if like it's dried out my hair, lol if it has, because then that's done the opposite of what I needed, or if it's, yeah, like if it's dried out, or if it's just like where it's a bit knotty, but like when I was brushing it, it felt okay, but like now I'm out, I look a bit like a dead rat, so we'll see. Cool, so I've literally just like walked downstairs to find my comb, and like already it's looking like really shiny, which is good. So I'm hoping the whole like fried element is just my imagination. Like I am literally hoping for the worst, planning for the worst, but like it definitely has a really cool shine. Annoyingly, it's not really showing up on here, but like it is brown, but then my roots are like orange. Like, yeah, so bear in mind I was dyeing on top of like browny red. It definitely is more orange in real life. But yeah, I'm gonna go straighten it. I feel like I may have, did I miss a few bits? Some bits are definitely lighter, but I feel like maybe this will work better for when my roots grow out, because like this part is lighter. It definitely is, because like it's my virgin hair rather than like box dye. Yeah. But like at the moment it still does have a red tinge, but like it's kind of got, like, if you look here, can you see it's like red? Here is brown. Then just on these like bits that are sticking up, it's like light blonde, like orangey. This is what I was aiming for with henna, because it looks on camera it looks patchy, but like in real life it just is kind of like changes color. Like if you look at my roots, you see like they change color, kinda. Basically I've just dried it. I haven't straightened it yet, but I thought I'd show you kind of like the level of like shine that it has. Definitely is like lighter on like my roots, and I think that's probably down to the fact that like the rest of it does have like the processed hair underneath. So half an hour later I have finally finished straightening my hair. Oh, it took so long. I did also give my fringe a little bit of a trim because it was getting quite long. So I'm going to come out here because hopefully the lighting will be a bit better. But as I said, I will get some better clips tomorrow. But this is how it looks with this lighting. As you can see, I just straightened it. It's definitely like, let's go in the bathroom to see if it shows up better. Maybe actually. It's definitely like, when I look in the mirror, it's exactly what I wanted when it comes to my teaching. Like, it's almost a natural, like, gingery brown colour at the top. Hopefully you can see that it stayed nice and shiny, so I'm pleased about that. I was worried like I'd fried my hair or something. It's not as like fiery. Here's the thing, like I'm used to very bright red hair, and this is like very here you go, like very, it's red but like kind of like muted, like safe for work red kind of thing. And I'm really happy about that, because this means that I've kind of found a solution for like my future career wise hair. I feel like it's still red enough that like when I look at myself I can see that I have red hair, like hopefully. I still feel like it's coming out more brown on camera, but like when you catch it, it still looks red, but it definitely has like the gingery tones in there. I love that it changes, like if you like just focus on this part, it's kind of like almost like blondie and brown and like red and ginger. I just really like all the kind of different colours within it. But yeah, it apparently will change over 24 hours. So what I will do is I'm gonna get ready for bed soon and go to bed, and then I'll get some clips tomorrow and update you just tomorrow to see how it develops. As for thickness, I feel like, well, I have like relatively thick hair anyway, but I definitely feel like it's got like a bit more volume in it, which is nice. Like that's like one half of my hair. So yeah, I definitely feel like it feels nice and thick. It doesn't feel damaged at all. It definitely feels like different. It doesn't feel the same as when I've usually just dyed it. But yeah, I think I like it. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. I will see how it looks in the morning and update you. So update just before I go to bed. This is how it is looking. Hi, back of my head in the mirror. So this is how it's looking now. Definitely like loving the orangey ginger tones, like deep inside. I just want to be like a ginger in the forest. I feel like after some practice I'd get quicker at using henna, and I probably would explore some like different types of henna. I feel like, and I'm sorry if this is a really long video and a really chatty video, I've been missing vlogtober, whatever you call it. I feel like this is a great angle for my double chins. I feel like bright red hair is like part of me and part of my identity, but like it's also something that, let's see if I can prop you here, it is also something that I have been really anxious about, like in the whole growing up kind of element, just for the fact like I know that it's not going to be accepted in like my career of choice. So it's definitely something which has been like playing on my mind, and I ultimately don't want to change like myself for a career, but like I also want a career, and I want the career that like I want. So I just hope that no one will like see me differently, or like I won't feel as me with like gingery red hair. And like I know hair is such a small thing, but it's always been a massive like self-expression throughout my life, and having bright red hair was always something which kind of made me stand out. I should probably shut up because this whole video is meant to be on henna hair dye, and here I am just like crying to you about everything. I have got Killstar videos coming up. I bought like a new Killstar, I bought a Killstar dress and a Killstar skirt. The skirt hardly even went around my thigh, so I'm having to send that back. On the dress, I really like it, but like I really wish I had got a size bigger, but I'm also really lazy in the fact that I like don't want to send it back. But I haven't like fully decided yet what I'm going to do with it. I paid for them through lay-by because I wanted to make a video about that as well. So it's just been a bit of a faff because like I haven't paid for the item fully yet. Yeah, I'm trying to send it back for a refund, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's a whole other video. I'm gonna go to bed now, so I'm gonna say good night to you guys, and I will catch up with you in the morning. We can have some updates on the hair stitch. I guarantee it won't look this straight in the morning. But I all hope you have a nice evening, and I'll see you later. Hi ghouls, so it's the next day. I'm just going out, but I thought I would just update you to the fact I just found a load of dirt in my ear. Hi guys. Whoa. Hey, so it's now Wednesday afternoon. This is around 24 hours since I dyed my hair, and this is kind of the colour it's at now. As you can see, it's definitely more red today, but it still has that kind of like gingery tone. In some lights, like dull lights, it's definitely like, if it's dull it looks kind of browny ginger. If it's sunny, it looks kind of reddy. But yeah, I'm super pleased with it. So I'll check in with you again tomorrow just to show you how it looks. But as you can see, like I haven't really done anything with it. I've just fell asleep, got up. I've been working all day today, like running around, and I literally haven't even brushed it yet today, so that's great. But this is just how it is, how it's looking. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it so far. So let's just see if it changes at all between today and tomorrow. Also, look how cute these are. Oh my goodness, I just got them through the post. I feel like this light kind of shows up the ginger, kind of. Okay, so it's now been 48 hours since I've done my hair. It is about 1 o'clock in the morning. I am so tired, so technically more than 48 hours. And I haven't brushed my hair all day, and it's a little bit of a state, but I thought I'd just kind of give you an update on the colour. It is definitely ginger now, but it still has like a nice amount of like red in it as well, as you can see. it's not as like shiny as it was. Like, oh my god, it needs a brush so bad. I've just been like laying around. But yeah, this is kind of like the gingery color, definitely like more ginger on the roots, as you can see. But I really like kind of the henna aspect of it, which is the fact that like, if you look here, you can see there's like kind of deeper red, ginger, and then like wherever the sun is, there's like a yellow line, which is really nice. I definitely see it's lost all the brown elements. Hopefully that like shows up. But yeah, it's a super nice like natural ginger. It's definitely like a more ginger at the top, where I've got like more natural hair, whereas it's more kind of more red here at the bottom. My hair still feels nice and thick. It doesn't look fab. It probably doesn't look fab right now because it needs a brush, but it does feel nice and soft, and as you can see, it's still relatively shiny. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I definitely recommend Lush's henna if you are looking for a natural, cruelty-free alternative to a box dye. It's £10, definitely something you don't need a professional to do. I think it kind of takes away the like scary part of like the peroxide and all those kind of chemicals which you get in like a box dye. I think it's quite nice that it sort of takes away that. I definitely will continue using henna from now on. I'm interested to see how long I'll be using it for, and how my color of my hair changes, because obviously like henna looks different every time you put it on, so it'll probably be more ginger next time, or maybe it'll be more orange, or maybe it'll be more red, like who knows. But I'm really loving this color. I definitely feel like it's a really good natural alternative to me. Alternative for me. But oh my god, can you tell I'm really tired. But also yeah, it's still keeping that red feel for me, but it's giving me the natural kind of color at the same time, which means I'll be able to kind of feel myself when I work, and I don't need to dye my hair black, which was like going to be my last resort if this didn't work, was to dye my hair black. So I'm really pleased with that. So let me know what you think. I'm kind of loving the fact that it's just like 101 different colors right now. There's like reds in there and oranges in there, and it's cool. I like it, and I definitely would recommend it if you are looking for something new to do with your hair, something that's not going to be too damaging, and give your hair definitely give your hair a nice condition. Like, it's really hard to describe because look at that. It's really hard to describe because with a artificial dye, they give you kind of a conditioner that you can put in afterwards, and that conditioner really does condition your hair for a good week. But after you've washed that conditioner out, your hair just feels really dry. Whereas this, I feel, is because it's a natural conditioner and it's a very kind of deep conditioner, I feel like my hair is going to stay nice and soft for a really long time. I will keep you updated through Instagram. I may make another kind of update video a bit later on. If you guys would be interested, maybe I can make an update before I dye it again, and maybe after I've dyed it again, so you can see what it's like. But yeah, I'm super happy with it, and it could not have gone better. So as for color changing, it's definitely lightened up a little bit over the course of the 2 days and kind of settled down at the same point. I mean, my roots were bright yellow when I first did it, and now it's more of a consistent ginger color, but at the same time it was quite a dark brown here, and now it's sort of lightened up, so it's just generally evened out. So if you have used henna or you are thinking of, definitely do let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions if you do have any. Thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down below if it's anywhere you are. I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye.